on the first of these long winter nights. A ritual for remembering the dead takes a dark turn on a mountain road. This story is called The Altar.
The first thing I noticed when I went home for Christmas this last time was the amount of roadside altars. All shining crucifixes and solar-powered LED candles and twinkle lights and laminated photos and flowers, each dead person's name in a neon handwriting so as to catch the headlights. Either car and road-related deaths had really increased since high school, or else everyone just decided to start remembering them more. And every single one at that. Though it seems like a lot, it seems like a disproportionate amount of death altars. I bring this up to a friend over catching up beers and say, remember how when Brennan died? When he got drunk and stumbled toward the mountain road when he should have gone south down Main Street? But he was walking, he was being responsible and stuff. How he got slammed by that tourist couple who didn't know the roads at all. Definitely not at night, and definitely not with a drunk high school kid stumbling around like that. And my friend says, well, yeah, of course I remember, but I also remember it was their teenage daughter who was driving, some white girl ski champ or something in town for one competition or another, and she just had to do this apology, and that was that. No jail time, no nothing. And when it was a real good apology from what I remember, like she must have been on the debate team or speech or something. We didn't have that here, but she was good. I'm sure it was sincere. Yeah, well, I say, we only had like a little altar then. Like a few photos nailed to a wooden cross someone put together from some sticks nearby. And when the rain washed the stuff away, no one replaced it. But now it seems like roadside crosses are like our thing, you know? Actually, my friend says, Brennan has a new one. They've been working on it for years. You should go drive out to see it. They're thinking of doing it for all the altars, maybe even taking the actual altars away and just having these things. What things? Just go see it. And so I go see it. I have some local radio station on playing old Christmas tunes, and as soon as I'm there, and sure enough, there's a new altar with a glowing crucifix and some little festive wrapped gifts and a little Christmas tree. And I'm thinking, okay, so they just want glowing gravestones lining the streets now, I guess? And to decorate them like some sick Christmas parade? But I'm cruising slowly by in my car, getting a good look at this altar, and then suddenly, Brennan pops up and out of the glow and hops onto the road right in front of me. And I slam on my brakes, and I just barely tap what seems like, what feels like in the pitch darkness of the mountain road, like it's really him. Still a high schooler. Though they removed any semblance of him being drunk and they put him in a letterman's jacket, which he never wore, and gave him a few more letters all the way down his arm. And Brennan and I just stare at each other for a long time. He cradles the point on his hip where my car tapped him, and he looks down at it, and it starts to bleed. And his head starts to bleed too, even though I didn't hit him there, and his eyes start to bleed, and his mouth and ears and nose, like, it's a little over the top gory if you want my opinion. And I watch as each of his limbs crack and pop out of joint and fall to the ground in front of my car until Brennan is just a floating head, mouthing something to me. And then his head falls too, to the ground and out of sight. And I get out of the car and run to where his body should be, but there's nothing. Just the road and the light of the crucifix and the pale projector stream where I suppose the image came from. But it was so real, so grounded. So I get back in my car, and And I back up a few 100 feet or so I can really speed toward him. And there he is again, same look, same falling apart. And I do this over and over, trying to understand what it is. And I overshoot it a few times and really run into him. And in those cases, he twitches on the ground in a million pieces, his head always finding my eye line. And then the last time I do it, I just tap him again, but maybe a little harder. I'm somehow getting less precise with practice, and we're doing the staring thing, and I'm trying to remember the kid I knew in high school and how we once kissed at the 6th grade dance, but never spoke of it again. And as we are staring, before he starts falling apart, I swear I see him mouth the words, "Help me." And he places one bloody hand on the hood of my car. I can hear it smear and everything. The wonders of technology. And then he falls to the ground and is poof, gone. The radio at this point has already looped back to playing Let It Snow again. I've had enough for the night, so I head home, wondering the whole time how much that altar cost and who's it even for. And I'm singing, "The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying." As I'm thinking, no one wants to live on as an example, as the strangest kind of haunt. And when I get out of my car in my mom's driveway, I see the handprint on the hood of my car.
Tonight's door closes, but tomorrow we open another.